Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1145 South Cypress Street, unit number 63 here in McMinnville. Located, we're on the right side of the home. That's as you face the property in general from the street. We're right here next to the side door entrance into the house. We got a 3-inch ABS clean out. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running. We zeroed out there. Off we go. Kind of a tight turn there. Now we're into PVC pipe. Nice clean sewer line thus far. Very clean. Alright, we do have somewhat of an offset joint here at the transition to 3034 PVC. Let's see if we can hop this darn thing or not. It's really not a crazy offset there. It's just my camera just rounded a tight turn and lose some leverage. But we belled out to 4-inch pipe there, and we may have already bumped to 4-inch pipe when we ran into the PVC, the standard white PVC. And if you haven't figured it out, my camera's upside down right now. Anyway, there's the main there at 24 feet. We're going to let the line drain out for a second. Alright, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates at the rear fence line. The line just comes out from the house, makes a turn, and shoots right. Where I just located that was just barely before the rear fence line. Now, a little bit of water still trickling into the pipe here. It's just about done draining off, though. Come back here and take a look at the offset. Anyway, in the world of offset joints, when I park my camera up against that thing, that is hitting maybe a ½ inch up my camera lens. I'm not seeing a lot of evidence there that it's causing flow problems. It mostly gave my camera trouble just because the camera doesn't float like debris does going through the pipe. It's being carried by water. So anyway, I'll notate on the report. At the end of the day, this falls into an HOA responsibility. I mean, there's not even enough buildup in and around that joint to justify $5 in drain cleaning on it. And realistically, after 13 years of doing this, I rarely see a lot of buildup unless the line is being heavily abused on offset joints that are an inch or more. So there is zero buildup there to speak of. This offset here, that's what caught my camera when I first dropped in. I was wondering what was... That one right there is a much more notable offset. So that one, the other one that's further out is a lot less concerning. One, because of the distance it is from the house. This one is a much more significant offset. You've lost what looks like dang near half the diameter of the pipe right there, right as you go in. So I'll at least locate that. This is right next to the house. You can hear my camera underground. It's so shallow right here. This one here, this is one I would indeed forward onto the HOA. You're 11 inches deep here. It's very shallow. Like I said, you can hear the camera underground. It's so shallow here. But that's a pretty nasty offset, and it's also in conjunction with the proximity to the house. And on top of that, it's immediately following a turn. Turns are already the most likely place in your house or your sewer line to get a blockage. And that, I mean, you're right there. Your offset is probably... I mean, it's 1 inch to 1.5 inches. It's an awkward view you get because we're just rounding the turn there. That's one I would like to see corrected. The one that's further out there, around 13 feet, that one's too minor, in my opinion, to require repairs. Even this one right here, too, is not showing a ton of debris buildup, but that's an offset that absolutely has the potential to cause a blockage, even under proper usage scenarios. The other one further out, that's one that the only way I could ever foresee that causing an issue is that the line was being heavily abused. This one this close in is much riskier. So it's right next to the clean out. You're 11 inches deep. That green dot on the ground there is that spot. So that one I do recommend correcting. The one that's further out is not significant enough, in my opinion, to require repairs. You've only lost maybe a ½ inch of diameter, and it's in 4-inch pipe at that point. This is 3-inch pipe, and you look like you're offset there between 1 inch and 1.5 inches. So you've lost a lot of diameter. and you've got a pretty good hard edge there for stuff to get snagged on. On top of that, if you block up there, your backup is almost instantaneous. You're going to be coming back into the house immediately, so you don't have any chance to develop head pressure. Now, anyway, everything beyond that that I've talked about here, the larger offset, everything else is, there's nothing else beyond that. You got a 1/2 inch offset around 13 feet. Already talked about that one. Everything else is looking good here.